gotta start doing this
Stop
shit
that.
earlier. Yeah, we gotta start doing this shit earlier.
You're going to have to stop that yawning because I just got myself to stop yawning.
I'm tired. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. Mm. Cranky old people. Okay.
Yep.
Y'all ready? Everybody stop yawning.
Y'all ready for this? Yeah. something, motherfucker. What?
Ready?
Drop some smooth lyrics.
One. And in comes the 2 to the 3 and 4.
Welcome to the Threesome, y'all. This is the podcast where the three of us make an attempt to discuss at least one topics each week. Sometimes it's a struggle, sometimes it's not. If you are back for more of whatever this is, we thank you.
Fucking podcast ever.
Indeed. We thank you for putting up with us once again. If this is your first time with us, we are so glad you found us. And as always, I at least apologize in advance.
No refunds.
So one of the voices you hear, is our point person and optimistic realist. We call her Star.
U.N.I.T.Y.
Called this girl a bitch and now she thinks she Queen Latifah. Long live the Queen.
Long live the Queen. The other voice you're hearing is our man in the middle, our voice of reason. We call him Magic.
So if somebody drinks coffee and drinks brown liquor and smokes cigars, it's a pretty safe bet they eat ass.
Okay.
I'll be observing.
Well, okay. I mean, I'll be in people's business like that, but bringing up the rear, as always, I identify as the pragmatic contrarian, and they call me Storm. Now, y'all are gonna have to... Exactly.
Happy motherfucking birthday, Stormy.
Woo, woo, woo. Thank you.
Happy birthday to ya.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. Send all dick
rendition.
pics to her.
Sure, I'll rate them.
What about me?
Next week? I don't know.
Oh, I'll show them to you. We can laugh together. Anyway.
Matter of fact, while we're all celebrating each other, we usually record this on Friday. We're doing this on Saturday. Star was out taking pictures for 24 hours, apparently. If y'all know her connections, websites, whatever, go check them out. It's great shit.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you. So
My puppy found its way into the stream.
So yeah, just a little bit about that. It is called the 24-hour project. 24-hour project is a organization for social change. Every year they pick a theme or a charity, and at this point they have like 3,649 photographers from 63 different countries.
Wow.
I didn't even know there was that many. And so what they do is for 24 hours, you post one picture per hour, and there are sponsoring organizations that give money for every picture that is posted. And it's like something like 37 cents or something like that. But when you think about the sheer amount of photographers and the sheer number of pictures, that adds up to something. So go check out the 24hourproject.org or the 24-hour project on Instagram.
Do you have to be a professional photographer to...
Not at all.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'll do it next year. Sounds like a blast.
No shit.
Yeah.
Dick pics every hour on the hour.
No, keep it clean.
She didn't say that.
because most of y'all's dicks are dirty. Anyway, so
Same salt you're
um,
gonna swallow anyway, sweetheart. Take it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Toma.
Yeah.
So speaking of the Queen,
Latifah.
Which one?
yes, not
Be
Latifah,
specific.
the former monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, the
Fuck
former
that
monarch,
bitch.
because she
Stop.
um,
It's terrible.
also, not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, on Thursday, she passed away at the age of the age of 96, and Prince Charles finally gets to call himself King Charles the Third. I think. I know. I I know he was like. I mean, I love my mama, but damn. like, when do I get to be king? You know,
Oh, I
he over there.
just can't
I was
wait
gonna
to
say he over there singing
be.
the Lion King,
Lord.
and so finally, at the age of 70 something, he finally gets crowned. Um, Now, me personally, I'd have been like, you know what? I'm 70 something. I don't need this
Keep
shit.
that shit. Right.
Let me abdicate and pass it along to the next
One of the
generation.
sons or something, yeah.
Yeah, because, but whatever. His side chick gets to be queen consort, I believe. But that ain't what I wanted to talk about. The reason I bring this up is because there was a professor. I forget her name. I forget her name, but she put something on Twitter about basically. I don't know exactly what she said. But basically, it was the hell with Queen Elizabeth, and ding dong, the bitch is dead, or something like. You know what I mean?
Eh?
Like that's not what she said, but that was the
Hell.
spirit of it. That was the
There was
spirit
a
of it.
lot of that going around Twitter.
Um, how come Twitter removed her comment?
Ding dong.
And
I'm so glad we're
and
not censored.
and people came for her like yeah. She was like, well, she didn't say it, but I
Fuck
mean,
all
she
y'all.
right.
Really?
First of all, she's Nigerian. Okay,
Give a damn
Nigeria
about a
was
queen.
colonized by Great
Exactly.
Britain until the 60s. Okay, so not the 1600s. Okay, we're talking about the 1960s.
Mhm.
So during Queen Elizabeth's reign, they were still colonizing Nigeria. So,
And a whole bunch of other countries.
and a whole bunch of other countries. So I'm not mad that the Nigerians are like that
Ding
bit.
dong.
Like, right. So, like,
It's dark
why?
and hell is hot.
Right. Like, you expect them to give a fuck. Um, I, I was saying to my boss on Thursday when they were on the death watch, right? And my boss said something about, that the queen might be dying. And I
Yeah.
and and I was like, okay, well, she lived a long life, but I am, I guess,
Black and American?
genetically predisposed to not give a fuck about the monarchy. Like, I just don't. I don't care. Like, I had a little bit of fun watching the black ass wedding that was Meghan and Harry, because that was hilarious. That shit was comedy. But aside from that, I don't really give a fuck what they do. Thoughts?
You want to take this star?
Listen, at the end of the day, I don't take pleasure in anyone's death, but at
The
least she
woman was
passed away.
96.
I'm not
Well,
that
I was gonna
developed.
say, at least she passed away, of natural causes. She had more than her four score, and uh, I don't find I'm not sad at all. I mean, first of all, I don't give a shit about that whole thing.
Yes,
The queen and king and all that other shit. That shit don't mean nothing to
exactly.
us. But um, but she was a thief and appears to be a racist. Um,
Um,
Murderer, pedophile.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's
well,
going
she's not a
on.
pedophile. Her brother was. Well,
Her
her
brother
brother
was,
is.
but
Well, was or her son. Her son.
yeah,
Is it her
there's
son?
Several of the family.
there's
Sure.
too many unsavory things um about her and just that whole family in general for me to give a
Yeah,
damn.
I mean, I feel bad for Harry because, by all accounts, she's the only one that he was close to. She was the only one that really, stayed close to him and accepted his choices, which is ironic, but that's a whole other discussion. But
It's ironic.
So,
right,
we are American people. Don't know if you paid much attention during history class, but a lot
right.
of it was based on us breaking apart from them motherfuckers. I can't pretend to care, but in a rare occurrence, I will deflect to one Riley Freeman.
Fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck your gay ass fairy faggot accent. Fuck them cheap ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America.
Dang.
My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Fuck.
Yeah. Next
Yeah.
subject.
Well, the president ain't black no more, but still.
It's an old episode. You had to be there.
I know, I know. I'm just saying. I'm just clarifying for our listeners who are not in the country because
They
we do
know.
have those. They probably better than we do because Americans.
Shout out to UK. Go ahead and write in.
Right.
Speak
But
American,
yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah. But the woman was 96. As you pointed out, we are no longer a territory
Under their rule.
under their rule. Um, so, I mean, whatever. I mean, I think it's funny that Charles finally got to be king. He's been chomping at the bit like all his damn life, but okay. We'll see what he does.
I
Oh, I was
reiterate,
about to
shout
say,
out to
Cares.
Dana
really?
Elaine Owens, the only queen I recognize.
That's right. All hail Latifah.
U.N.I.T.Y.
Right.
Who you calling a bitch? Gotta let them know.
Okay, so
Don't
what's
make
this?
me wait into my house.
What's
Somebody had
Everybody.
a tweet that was they changed their name to hers and it was a verified account, which made it even funnier. But she was like, "Hell is hot. It's really hot down here."
mm, right? I mean, whatever.
Colonize that, damn it.
Right. I mean, I just don't have it for the monarchy. I just really don't. I could care less about any of them. Well, yeah, any of them.
They don't.
I
I
mean,
mean, here's the thing. I can't remember a time that anything major has gone on over here that they've had anything to say anything about.
you mean the monarchy?
Yes, except for
I don't.
I want to say nine
Except for
eleven, maybe
Epstein's
9/11.
Island.
Yeah, I'm like I don't know that that's true. I mean, they come out with statements on shit that happens over here all the time. I just don't give a fuck.
My son married a nigger.
Like,
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying for like how America is always willing to, put on they fucking cape and go over to other countries and
Oh,
yeah,
That
and
coincidentally
no,
do
no,
have
some
no.
shit.
oil
Okay,
or poppy
okay.
seeds.
No. I mean, we have to be fair, okay? Because
Do
when
we?
Bush dragged, no, I'm serious. When Bush dragged our ass into that first Gulf War, and it looked like we were going to be by our damn self, the first people to jump in behind us was England. So, I
Ah,
mean,
They
well,
wanted the
one,
fucking oil
one.
too.
You
no.
get one.
Well, I'm just saying. I don't. I just don't think that that's necessarily true. Like
Mhm.
whenever shit goes on around here, you know. I mean, they try. I won't
They
say.
ever send their troops over here for anything? Or
Why the hell would they
I'm
send
sorry, their
troops?
soldiers. They ever
I'm
send
like,
their
why the
soldiers
hell would
over
they
here?
send troops?
Yeah, to take
We
over
don't
the
send our.
motherfucking Native
Yeah,
Americans.
I'm like, we don't. Yeah, they're not allowed to send their troops over here. We
No,
don't send
I'm
our
just
troops over
saying.
there.
I'm
Yeah,
just
we
saying. I'm
no,
just
we don't.
saying.
We don't send our troops over there. They don't send their troops over here.
No,
So
you're not feeling me.
We've
Again,
sent our
we
troops
don't
to
send our
help their causes.
and
and they've
other
sent their
countries.
troops to help ours. That's my point. But no, they don't come over here to help us with our bullshit. No, and we don't go over there to help them with theirs.
Hurricane
But
Katrina, any of that shit, like fuck out of here. Go on.
oh well, I mean, they have shit over there too, and we don't send our people. We don't, and that's
It's
because
because they
it's.
deserve it.
Well, I'm just saying it. We. I mean,
Let's
there's a
face it,
case
we're
for.
the fucking traitorous redheaded stepchild. Why the fuck are we going to
Well,
save
first
them
of
ever?
all, there's a case for America deserving everything it gets too. So I'm
Yeah.
not going to be all up in this deserve game. Let's not play that. But I'm just saying, just let's be fair to them and not. I
Nah.
mean, there's enough shit to hate them about
Fuck
already
that, son. Once the
without
ops, always the
misrepresenting.
ops.
Yeah, I'm just saying, without misrepresenting the facts. That's all I'm saying. I
Yeah.
just.
I wasn't intentionally misrepresenting.
They
Well,
work
and
with
I
us
get
to
that.
fight
So
brown people,
I get
motherfuckers.
that. But yeah, no, we would never allow them to send troops over here. Okay. I mean, we barely got them out the first time, remember? So, yeah, we would never allow that to happen. But anyway,
On a lighter note,
so yes, on a lighter note, what is this about 90 days?
goofy ass women are still out here going by the what is dude's real name? Broderick Stephen Harvey philosophy of think like a man and act like a woman. Which why y'all taking marriage advice from anybody who dresses like that and is on his third marriage? But part of the
Watch your y'all.
program is you're supposed to wait 90 days before you give up the coochie. Does this make sense to anybody?
go on.
I
Oh,
was
I was
waiting
gonna
for
let you
that
go.
moment of silence, actually. Get the fuck out of
No,
here,
I was gonna let you
Steve.
go. I mean,
So
it. Oh, go ahead.
so here's my thing about that, right? A hard and fast 90-day rule, whatever. Um, I don't necessarily agree with that. But I do feel like if you're out here dating with the purpose of finding a mate, that jumping into bed with them can a lot of times cloud things, especially when it comes to women, to a lot of women. Okay. Um, if the dick is good, you get dickmatized and a lot of stuff that he's putting down that you wouldn't normally accept if you had not slept with this man, you don't notice or you make excuses for, whatever the case may be. I am an advocate. If you're out here dating for the simple, I'm sorry, for the sole cause of finding a mate, to of waiting a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, kind of get to know this person that you're actually about to go swap bodily fucking fluids with. However, if you just out there just getting them on to get them on, I mean, what's the point of waiting? That's my theory, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, and I kind of feel the same way. Like, I mean, this arbitrary 90 days is silly. Um, Simply because, I mean, who's to say that dude's true colors won't come out on the 91st? You know what I mean? Like that's
Word.
just silly. But but I mean, I think yeah, I think having a hard and fast 90 days.
You mark and shit on the calendar.
Stop that yawning. You know I'm tired.
Oh,
But
to be over 50.
fuck you.
Oh no,
But
Yeah,
that's
you
real
might
shit.
hurt something.
That's real shit. Cause I fall asleep, man. Ooh. Anyway,
Stall me out for 90 days.
anyway, but yeah, so I feel like, listen, if I see a dude, I think it also depends. Um, as Star said, on what your intentions are, and B, like sometimes you feel it, sometimes you don't. Like I've
sometimes you
dated
Sometimes you
feel like
feel
it.
like a nut.
like I've dated like I've dated dudes for a long time. And sometimes it was quick. And so, shoot, I dated this one dude and it took us 6 months because I just wasn't feeling it, until I was.
Yeah, that's
So, I mean, it was a long time, trust me. But, I wasn't real sure about, I was like, you know what I mean? Like, like my eyebrow was cocked at him because he was coming on a little strongly, and I didn't appreciate that. So yeah, then it was a while, but yeah, I don't 60 90 days. I don't understand that. Like I don't understand why 90 days. Why
Me
not?
either, sis.
You know what I mean? Like, why not longer? Why not 60? Why not? You know what I mean? Like, I just think it's crazy to just put a time limit. Now, tell me what better advice would be. Learn about this first. Learn about this first. Learn about this first. Because, hell, I'm going to tell you, I've dated dudes where I've learned a lot about them the first day I met them, like a lot. You know what I mean? And then I've dated dudes where I didn't learn much about them, at all for a while. So it just kind of depends.
On how good people are at deceit.
Sure. Or like how much you think you know somebody. And let me point this out. As much as you think you know somebody, you don't. So there's always that. Um, or at least in my opinion.
Devil is a lie. Okay. I wish this was filmed so y'all could see the fire shooting out of my head. Digmatized might be a thing. I don't know.
It's
I
not.
do.
Well,
Yes,
okay.
it
I will
is.
say,
Yes, it
I will say
happens.
it's not for me. I have never had that happen.
Had it
Okay,
happen
here's the thing that I've sure I've stated before. Most men, when they find themselves attracted to someone, the first thought is, let me get the pussy and then figure out if I like her. Whereas most women are like, let me figure out if I like them before I want to give them some. And
Oh,
therein,
you are very mistaken about that. But go ahead.
who's fucking with more women here?
Okay.
So, there's where the
Okay.
problem comes into play between the two sexes. Okay, fine. Hypothetically, you can wait 90 days, and that's cool if you're a teenager or in your early 20s. Realistically, so you could wait 90 days, you can really like this guy, he can have everything else in order, and then you're stuck with bad sex because you already like the person. It's fucking silly. We're all grown here. If you're sitting there and you want to fuck somebody and you're very intentionally looking at a calendar like, well, no, let me wait. I got 89 days, 88 days. You're a fucking idiot. And even if you're going for marriage, as a man, you're looking at this like, hey, this person is so set on a pre fucking determined set of rules that they can't even see reality in front of their face. Like, they would rather deny themselves than to actually make sense.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's a consideration as well.
And it's
Um,
another young person thing where young men will look at a chick like, oh, she fucked me early into the relationship. Oh, she's doing this, that nasty, freaky shit. Oh, she a freak. As a fucking adult, it's like, oh, yeah, I like that shit. Why would I look down on a person that does that?
yeah, I mean,
Swallow.
I
That's what
mean
it really
that
comes
that
down to.
was
Swallow.
that was never a consideration for me because, quite frankly, I didn't really give too much of a fuck. How how what I do is how you take it. That's how you take it. You know what I mean?
Pretty
Tells me
much.
more about you. So I mean, whatever. But
So, ladies,
yeah,
get the dick early so you can know if it's worth continuing on or not. Love yourself.
But there are a lot of women out there that if the guy has other, qualities or whatever, that will accept,
Micro penis.
micro penis.
well, you can
Yes.
find out if a dude has micropene without sleeping with
Without
him.
sleeping with him, that's for
I
sure.
mean, that's easy to discern.
Yes, there's a lot of wives sitting at home with going, this fucking sex is trash. I'm gonna go find some somewhere
Well,
else, but I'm gonna keep this motherfucker around to pay bills and raise kids.
I
okay,
mean,
it's a lot. It's
there's a lot of
wives.
men out there that be like, "This
Oh
is some
yeah.
trash," but I'm gonna keep her around
It's a lot.
because she fine or because whatever.
Honestly, with most men,
It
it ain't even that serious. You don't even have to be trash in bed. They just trying to get everything they can. But
For the
I ain't gonna
record,
hate
it's
on
a
my
bunch of
own
wives
gender, but so
of
much.
it's a bunch of wives of big dick men saying the same thing. So I don't think
Attention
that
is a hell of a
that's
drug. And honestly, big like having a big dick is like makeup and hair. Like only the same sex is impressed. The opposite sex usually not that much.
yeah.
Mm,
I mean, it's whatever. I mean,
you gotta know what to do
uh,
with it. It doesn't matter. You gotta still know what to
Exactly.
do.
right? Exactly. Because I've known I've known enough big dick dudes that were just meh at the end of the day. So,
Disappointing.
well, I wouldn't say disappointing because my
All these
my
5'6" chicks
expectations
looking for horse dick. Lord have mercy.
my expectations are always low. So,
Wow.
but you know, what does someone's height have to do with it? That's kind of silly. But anyway,
Okay.
so Star Search. Oh, were we done with this 90-day nonsense? Because
I'm done.
okay. So we got a
So,
Star Search this week. Wait a minute. Isn't there theme music?
I'll add that shit in later.
oh, wow, I can't get it, bro. Let me
Oh,
get this
okay.
thing. Damn.
Anyway, so Star Search.
Okay, so on a previous episode, I started telling you guys about this guy that I met, and we finally went out. And he ended up taking me to this place.
The fluffy dude.
Yes, he ended up taking me to this place that I have really wanted to go to. Um, I saw it and I was like, oh my God, this is a perfect place for a date. And I didn't mention it to him, but he just happened to take me there. So we get there, dinner's fine. We have a couple of laughs, pretty decent conversation. And then we go to the speakeasy downstairs. and we get a couple of drinks. Now I don't know if it was the drinks or the fact that he was just like, "You're really easy to talk to," whatever, whatever. The mask just finally came off. But when I tell you some of the stuff this dude was really sitting up talking about, I was like, "Oh my god! Like what? I'm gonna be single forever." That's all I could think to myself was like, "I'm going to be fucking single forever." So anyway, um, one of
Welcome
the
to my world.
one of the conversations we ended up having was um about how he thinks that the black woman is the first
Oh,
person,
here we go.
yeah, first person on the planet, and that, oh, and how we even got into this conversation
Logically,
was,
probably.
well, wait a minute.
Right.
Here, listen. I can listen to anybody and how they come up with whatever it is that they come up with, as long as what you're saying makes some sort of sense. So, how we even arrived here was we were talking about how a lot of things are being worked on in secret labs and stuff like that, and they get introduced through entertainment to kind of ease ease their way in or ease the public perception, whatever, whatever. So what got us talking about that was my little Galaxy watch, because he was saying, how Dick Tracy used to talk on watches and this, that, and the other, and now we're doing that now and all this other stuff. So,
Nerd life.
so anywho, um, his whole concept behind the woman being the first person on the planet was, that's the reason why they have like the Wonder Woman movies and comics and the Amazonian women, because here's the thing: Black woman was the first woman on the planet, and they existed here for years with no man, and blah 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 blah. And he was like, and the proof is, I could understand if there was like a 5,000 year gap. You could understand that uh, if something happened, but there's like a whole 10 or 15,000 year gap before any fossilized bones of men are even found, and that suggests that the planet was inhabited by women, and only women.
So,
So
so
that,
how long did you? So how long did you listen to him prattle on?
like,
To prove they ain't men, but
I
go
had
on.
had like two drinks in, and like, I'm one of these type of people. Like, when I get a buzz, like sometimes certain things happen, and I almost feel like I'm in the twilight zone for a second, and so I'm kind of like
You were.
looking like, is he for real? Like, I'm trying to process this whole thing. So anyway, let me tell you to how he figures that it was only women that inhabited the planet, because he said that through evolution we became uh, something about through evolution we stopped being asexual. He was like, I said, so basically we were like seahorses around this bitch, just it's like, wait a minute, like, he was like, yeah, like the seahorse, like women were creating life within themselves and birthing only women. I was like, okay.
We need to do a whole nother topic of best ways to talk yourself out of pussy. Like, what the fuck?
I was like, I was just so outdone with this dude's conversation. Like, anyway, needless to say, we haven't gone back out and we won't.
Put him on the 90 days. Side note, fellas,
On
if
the
it
nine
takes 90
months.
days, you've been friend zoned, accept it. But yeah,
You said
go.
what?
I ain't an
I
advocate of
don't know that
ghosting
that's
people, but
necessarily
some
true.
people, hoo, hoo, hoo.
Yeah.
Like the sapiosexual thing is very real. Like you can really get into somebody that's intelligent and creative, but you
Yeah, but
started
here's the
off with
thing.
going into comic books to just completely against plain ass science. First,
Here's the thing: half
Jesus.
of y'all out here trying to sound smart, and you're not. Like you don't come across as smart at all.
But and that's
Uh,
the crazy dude. Dude is really like on some level really intelligent. Like, he's got great vocabulary, proper usage. Like, I don't always use the biggest words, but I know I because that's just not my thing. But I know what they are. If I gotta pull them out, I will. But you know what I mean? He's got great word usage and everything. It's just like, so there's some form of intelligence in there. It's like, what the fuck?
Every one of us has a little bit of crazy, but let that shit out after 90 days.
No, you let it out early. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Like the black woman is the original woman, and that's why Wonder Woman was a white woman from the Amazon. And they all recreated with each other. My sister.
I was just like,
God.
yeah. Anytime someone starts a sentence with the black woman, like I tune them out. I just don't have it for that. I
or
I, I
or if
can't.
they have Hotep in their name. No, I'm just playing.
Well, I mean,
Well,
because that's all I hear. I hear Hotep when you start a sentence with the black woman. Yeah.
mother of
So
all creation.
sure, sure. There's that. Um.
Just like whatever. Just ruined my little spot. Now I got to find somebody else to take me there.
Well, you
Yeah.
can take
Well.
yourself. Yeah, whatever.
Right.
No,
There's
it's not
that.
that kind of place. Like I've gone places by myself. Like I don't need nobody to buy me dinner. That's crazy. But it would be nice to go there with somebody that I vibe with. It's
Storm,
that kind of spot.
go vibe.
Well, it's football season. There's not a lot of vibing that I'll be doing
Don't
outside of my
asexually
I'm not
appropriate.
house.
trying to vibe with you anyway. No.
Well, he was suggesting. That's why I said I don't be vibing
Oh.
outside of my domicile. I stay within my domicile during football and basketball season.
Although you
So
did come out today, yay!
I did,
You went
yes,
to
and
Barktober.
Look at you
we had a
being all
very good
social and
time
shit.
at Barktoberfest. But I'll come out for puppies. I'll come out for people. I'll come out for
Priorities.
dogs. Also, Alabama almost lost today, which I was. it came down to the very last series, and then they had to kick a field goal to win. And I know Nick Saban is. I know that just cooked his grits, which makes me nothing but happy.
You're
Cooked
funny.
his grits. Okay, Flo.
Eat my grits.
Um. Okay.
Eat my grits.
All right, y'all
Um.
ready to go to sleep?
Also, since we're talking
No.
about football, Appalachian State beat Texas A&M, so there's that. Um, who else lost today?
I don't
There
know.
were
I
a
only
couple of
deal with
upsets.
professionals.
No, well, all right. But anyway, it was a pretty good college football day, even though, you know, I wasn't here to witness most of it. I was checking the scores because, I have to.
It's your job.
It's my job, yes. I have to see who needs my assistance with coaching. And you see what happened with Texas as soon as I left the house. That's how they
Mm.
lost.
Mm.
By a
Yeah.
point, though. By a point. And Texas was not ranked. So the number one ranked Alabama team almost lost to an unranked Texas team. I just want to put that out
Mm-hmm. Go Lord.
Horseshoes and hand grenades.
there. um, also, oh, well, I won't even talk about that. I'll talk about that next time. I was going to talk about, Tiafo and, how deep he got in the U.S. Open. And, you know, White folks are funny.
Yeah.
White folks are funny because they were so excited. Not the fact, not just the fact that he's the first American man to get that deep in quite a while or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, sure. But also because a bunch of NBA players came to watch him play. Like that was like seeing the tennis people freak out because NBA players came to a tennis match was hilarious.
Why are they freaking out?
Well, because normally it's the other way around. You know, you see tennis people at basketball games. You don't really see like a whole bunch of NBA players. I mean, you might see one or two every now and then, but not like they came out for TFO because, you know, they're friends with him. So, anyway,
Aw.
that was just funny to me.
Shout out to supportive friends. What about your
Word.
Yep.
friend?
uh, so, anyway,
Good
Friend.
night, sweetheart. Well, it's
How
time
many of us
to.
oh,
got that?
Marshall. Shout out to Marshall, Randy Moss's alma mater, because they took down Notre Dame. The
Notre
eighth
Dame.
rank, yes, Notre Dame. The eighth ranked Irish went down in flames to Marshall.
Woohoo.
So, yeah.
Woohoo.
WD.
Yep.
That's
So
it
I
for the
think that
sports
was,
report.
yeah, I think that's it for the sports report this week. That's
Man,
all
I'm
I got.
tripping on this dragonfly that scratched my forehead or whatever the
I
fuck
don't
it was.
think.
Little
Listen,
baby
I saw that thing. I
pterodactyl.
don't think that thing was a dragonfly because when I first saw it, I thought it was a hummingbird. It was that big. I don't think it was a dragonfly. I think it was something else.
Fucker scratched my forehead.
Yeah, that's why I
Want to go
rolled up the
jump it?
windows when it started coming toward me. I mean, I love you to death, but it
I
was
was
every
gonna say,
woman
so
for
just fuck
herself.
me. They didn't try to come and help. You know,
Every
roll
woman
up
for
the windows like,
herself.
all woman
But
come get me.
listen, he had already attacked you. I couldn't help you, but I can help myself.
Mm-mm. What about your friend?
Are they gonna
Damn,
play?
friends. Dun, 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 dun. How many of us have them?
Yeah. Do we have an
R.I.P.
outro?
Ecstasy. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh
For those that are still paying attention, if you like the show, tell a friend, tell a foe, tell a hoe. And if you don't, tell everybody you know. It's the Threesome Podcast on Facebook and the Gram, the Threesome Pod on Twitter. Send birthday nudes to her. Her only.
Sure. Leave us a voicemail. We like hearing from you.
Subscribe to my OnlyFans. Donate to Cash
Sure.
App.
Yeah, do that.
You know what? I'm gonna put another video on YouTube. I'm just saying that so I get motivated to do it. I haven't recorded shit yet, so by the time this comes out, there'll be a new one up there for those of you who know.
Okay. Me
It's
too.
like my
Put
fourth
another
album,
video.
and they not respecting, they not recognizing. Shit more John Blaze than that.
that's the third one.
Anyway, I'm gonna see if I need to go walk the dog because he might tell me nah. Because yeah, he was exhausted when we finally got home.
Fucking the pooch.
Possibly.
All right, later, y'all.
Later.